afternoon. My name is Kamal Stevens, and I'm from the 6th grade committee at Eisenhower Middle School. Our discussion for today will be about toxic waste in America. We following the areas concerning toxic waste. Toxic waste, what is it in general and how it affects our lives? The EPA and their roles in the problem. The Times Beach disaster, what is it all about? Acid rain in Pennsylvania, local waste sites. But first, let me give you a little background information. In 1980, Congress set up the Superfund program to speed the cleanup of the most hazardous existing sites. The 5-year, $1.6 billion program was designed to allow the EPA to clean up the sites first and collect fines later, suing the dumpers if necessary to recover up to 3 times the cleanup costs. The EPA requires states to provide 10% of the cleanup cost for sites located on private property and 50% of the cost for those with land. Only 8 states have special state cleanup budgets. The other 42 states generally cannot, they say, spare the money. Let's take a look at 5 areas that our panel has investigated to give you a better idea concerning the toxic waste mess. First, here's John Treasure. John.
Toxic waste, the killer. Toxic waste is a killer. It is dumped into the ground and starts its work. It sometimes collects in people's yards and kills off the plants. Gives cancer to the one who gets close to it. Toxic waste, or dioxin, nearly undetectable levels of a few parts per trillion, has killed laboratory animals. In human beings, the chemical is suspected of causing cancer, birth defects, and problems of the liver, kidneys, nerves, and skin. It can be inhaled, ingested, or absorbed through the skin. See how dangerous this chemical is. The symptoms of toxic waste are nearly undetectable. They'll cause headaches, weight and hair loss, chloracne, a severe form of acne, and one more thing. Cancer may take up to 20 to 30 years to develop or hide for a generation. Toxic waste sites are found in some places far and some near. There are some right around the area. Now I'm going to show you a chart of the 20 worst dumps out of 300. First, we have FMC in Freely, Minnesota. Second, Time Out's Corner in Newcastle County, Delaware. That's one right there. Bruin Lagoon in Bruin, Pennsylvania, another in the area. Industryplex in Woburn, Massachusetts. Lepari Landfill in Pittman, New Jersey, one in the area. Sinclair Refinery in Wellsville, New York, that's another in the area. Price Landfill in Pleasantville, New Jersey, in the area. Pollution Services in Oswego, New York, in the area. The Bounty Site, Charles City, Iowa. Helen Kramer Matua Land in New Jersey is in the area. Army Creek, Newcastle, Delaware, in the area. CPS Madison Industries, Old Bridge Township, New Jersey, is in the area. Nyanza Chemical, Ashland, Massachusetts. Gems Landfill, Gloucester, New Jersey, in the area. Piccolo, Coventry, Rhode Island. Berlin and Farrow in Swartz Creek, Michigan. Tar Creek in Cherokee County, Kansas. Baird and McGuire, Holbrook, Massachusetts. Lone Pine Landfill in Freehold, New Jersey. And Somersworth Landfill in Somersworth, New Hampshire. Back to you, Kamal.
Second, here's John Walden.
Thank you, Kamal. The EPA, or the Environmental Protection Agency, is an agency that was made to protect the environment around all of us. In our situation with toxic waste, they are helping to clean up the dumps in America. The Reagan administration has reached a settlement in which lawmakers may look at the EPA's documents and files. This is for some wrongdoing at the administration. The EPA has certain tie-ins with the polluters, and they were also charged with regulating under the $1.6 billion Superfund in their cleanup program. The government has pushed Agency Chief Ann Burford into resigning. They consider her a political liability. The EPA's memorandums on toxic waste enforcement were purposely removed from their computer by a former agency official. I personally don't care what the government says about the EPA because they've done a lot for us in the past. Back to you, Kamal.
Next is Colin Lights with the Times Beach disaster.
Thank you, Kamal. In Times Beach, Missouri, the beach is being destroyed by toxic waste. In the spring, the town will begin to disappear. It comes from the dangers from old leaky landfills to illegal dumping, spills, and accidents. Evelyn Zufall of the area says, "It's very sad, almost like someone died in their grave." Most of the citizens in Times Beach are saddened by the death of this town where kids can play in the street without their mothers worrying about them. To repair the beach, it will cost a mint of money. But the waste is damaging people's homes and yards. But the question is, will $33.1 million buy happiness? My answer is no. There are millions of toxic waste problems in the U.S., and a lot haven't been answered. 9 of the worst toxic dumps, like John Treasure said, are in New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. And Times Beach is one beach that is a disaster. But a lot of things need to be solved before we can clear up the waste in the U.S. Let's look at the chart. My chart tells how much it is going to cost to clean up the toxic waste dumps by January 1985. By December 93, the cost will be $23 billion. By 1984, the price will raise $20 billion to $43 billion. And in 1985, it will be $75 billion to clean up at least half the United States of their toxic waste dumps. Now this is my opinion. You may not agree. Back to you, Kamal.
Next is Jennifer Sad, acid rain in Pennsylvania.
Thank you, Kamal. Another problem that chemical waste causes is called acid rain or acid precipitation. Acid rain is caused by sulfur dioxide and nitrogen. These chemicals are released out of chimneys from fossil fuel manufacturing plants. When these chemicals are released, they are then carried by wind currents. These currents can change the chemicals in the sulfates and nitrates, which when are mixed with the moisture in the air, become sulfuric and nitric acid. When acid rain or snow falls down, it will make the waters very acidic. But it is even worse when it falls in bodies of water, of which other small bodies of water empty into. This cycle is also called watershed. This problem causes us to think about our food supply. Our aquatic food supply would go down. Our cattle or any other type of meat product would go down, especially if the percentage of acid rain is high. Would our own water purifying system take out all the acid? And if just a little acid couldn't get out, how contagious or harmful would it be? In Vermont, many trees have died from acid rain itself. Because the earth or soil then has nothing to hold on to, it then erodes. Many people are asking these questions that I've just mentioned and a lot more too. But I think the one big question is, how do we get rid of it all? And how much longer will the earth stay a blue marble and on a slimy purple planet? Back to you, Kamal.
Next is Beth McCoy and Katie Herbert with local waste sites.
Thank you, Kamal. Citizens of the U.S., if you live near a trash dump, be sure to keep a close eye on your children and watch the news or newspapers to find out if there is toxic waste in the dump near you. If you do live near a toxic waste dump, don't let your children near it because it can innocent people. Katie?
Here is a map
Nevada, Wisconsin, New Hampshire, and Georgia, there are no dumps in your state, so they are safe from toxic waste. Of course, in Florida with 25 dumps, Michigan with 46 dumps, New York with 26 dumps, Pennsylvania with 30 dumps, and New Jersey with 65 dumps are the largest amount of states with dumps in them. Back to you.
Finally, here's Valerie Walton to summarize our program.
Thank you, Kamal. The EPA may eventually be found guilty of unprofessional, unbelievably amateurish management. The EPA has been given over 14,000 toxic dumping has been done. The EPA has failed to require chemical companies to pay their full share of cleanup operations and mismanaged the $1.6 billion Superfund program. The EPA has been charged by many sources with misappropriating up to $53 million on phone bills, travel and expenses, etc. Thousands of dollars have been spent on bonuses. We need every citizen to be their own EPA chief. When you see trucks dumping rubbish or chemicals, you monitor the oil he sprayed in Missouri in 1992 and 1973 contained dioxin. It was so bad that 2,400 residents became ill and the government plans to spend $36 million to buy every house in the town and close it down. It will take $83 million to repair this contaminated town. $47 million will be needed to repair Times Beach. This dumped several hundred gallons of dioxin-laced oil on his farm, killing 70 chickens and a dog within days. The Coast Guard and the EPA have spent $1,500,000 to haul more than 4,300 drums of contaminated soil from the Calvé Creek to a landfill in Wilkinsville. The worst effects were at the Shenandoah Stables in Moscow Mills, Missouri, where 63 horses and dozens of dogs, cats, and other animals died. It's not an easy solution, but something must be done to improve the situation. Hopefully, the new EPA chief, William Ruckelshaus, will turn the situation around. We need a strong EPA leader. We also need people who really care about cleaning up their environment. All of this can help. New Jersey is really facing up to the seriousness of the problem. Thank you. Now back to Kamal.
We hope our panel helped convince you that toxic waste is very dangerous.